All right, you should be able to hear me now, as well as the music. Give me one sec. Okay, there we go. I was just saying hello, by the way, solar comment. You're always present in my chat, and I appreciate you. And thanks for notifying me, by the way. I always overlook the settings on my OBS, right? This part of the course here at the Jingo Studios. You hear me now? Yeah, yeah. I was just a setting on my OBS. I forgot to change. Because I keep changing it every time I play a game. Because I also have a second channel. That I'm not really active in that much, but sometimes I go in there and stream games. Just me and my friends play some games sometimes, and sometimes I stream it. I stream some of them. And when I'm playing games, I kind of change the settings sometimes. I forget to turn it back on. I have this problem. Anyways, I was just saying that I've been feeling very lazy this week when it comes to art, and I've been taking a break. Yeah. Today. Yeah. Sorry, my son is here. We're finally back. Anyways, I was saying I've been taking it easy on art this week. Really, I missed a lot of opportunities to finish some projects, and I really just played some games. Right? I didn't really do much. Um, it's kind of bumming me out now that I'm looking back at it. But at the same time, I think I kind of needed a break because I've been feeling a bit burned out recently. Ugh. Yeah, all good. Hey, I see. As of now, I'm doing anatomy study. Nice, nice, nice. I probably need some anatomy studies myself too. Just catch up on the new stuff. I haven't done any of that. For like many years, right? So I'm guessing there's some like new tricks, some new artist comes to come up with that I probably don't know. Hmm. Okay, that I'm cataloging them currently. You mean you're putting it in a library or something like that? That could be good. Check out your journey. Check out your anatomy journey. Look back. See what you've improved. Oh, a bit sleepy. Recently, I've been waking up, and I still feel sleepy, even though I've had for like a full night's sleep, full 8 hours sleep, and I wake up and I'm still sleepy. I guess that's what it feels like when you're burned out. Wait, you still recall you're here? It's always here, man. But welcome to the show. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I've been awake all night actually. Oh yeah. It's like you two know each other. You're bummed? Why are you bummed, man? Migraines, eh? It does suck. Mhm. I've been trying to reconcile my art style with this manga that I'm making. Just the black and white stuff with the hatching lines. But I've been doing some studies about what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Damn it! I'm doing a study about him. Inoue Takahiko, right? The creator of Vagabond and Slam Dunk. So I've been doing a lot of studies about him, and I realized that I don't really need to um uh do the black and white thing all the time. I could add some because he adds a lot of grace in his artwork, and so I'm gonna abandon that for now and just like do what I want. Do something really cool. How often do I stream? I usually stream on Saturday and Sunday, but now I'm planning to move that on Friday and Saturdays around every 8 p.m. Philippine time. So twice a week. I try to stream twice a week, and sometimes I do random streams if I have a bit of time during the week. So, but that's my usual schedule. Yeah, exactly. Some are random. Hey, sometimes I get some free time, and why not? I drew Bugs Bunny. Hey, one of my favorite characters. It's funny. I'm watching Spider Noir, the series right now, and I can see a lot of Bugs Bunny in Nicolas Cage's performance as Spider Noir. Me and my wife was just talking about it. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna give her a very menacing look. She's really pissed off. Frown face. I gave you a sub. Thanks, man. If my buddy Silvercomer will here, I will be here too. Hey, yeah, he's always here when I'm streaming. He's been a trooper. Where did you guys know each other? I stream on another stream. Don't worry, I won't be jealous. Silver Comet has been here, not really day one, but close to my day one when I was streaming. I think like my day three, and he's been hanging out with me for a while. He's probably really, really tired of me by now, actually. Just drawing the same old thing over and over again, talking about art. But you know, another YouTuber. I see. You guys are regular YouTube stream watchers or something like that. His mouth should be a little higher, a little bit exaggerated. No, I look like a guy now. No, I like it this way. Makes her a bit more calm. Maybe lower. DJ stream. Speaking of which, I expect it to be a while before he does again. I am doing research for another as well, since they are interested in how mods are made. I see. Is that another art stream? Do you guys hang out sometimes with Ken Raw? So I hang out in the stream sometimes, just dropping down notes what makes a good stream and shit. Because he was one of my inspirations to start streaming. I don't like her face. No. I've been streaming for 8 months, but it sucks when no one's there. Yeah. You kind of just pretend, I think it was like that for me for a few months when I started doing this. Actually, it's still like that for me on Twitch right now, because I'm also streaming on Twitch at the moment. Sometimes there are some watchers on Twitch, but like 90% of the time, there's somebody there. But on YouTube, I do get a few views on YouTube. I think last stream I get like 100 views, something like that. And around 8 or 10 concurrent viewers. To me, that's already a lot, right? I know it's like really small in the grand scheme of things, but for somebody like me, it's quite a lot. Hey, Speedster. Speedster's kind of an old school viewer too. I just don't like the how I drew the face. I want her to look menacing here, like a devil. I even have her ears look like horns of some sort, right? Kind of like a metaphor what she's doing here. She's about to attack this person. So you know Speedster too? Or are you just saying hey? I think I'll keep it like this. I'm still not happy with the face, but I sort of kind of want to move on. Sort of kind of want to move on. It should be a t-shirt. And it's good enough for me to not feel bad about the face or really. But I'm still not happy with it. I may come back to it a bit later when I do the rendering. Generally, I don't like to linger on a single panel for too long. Even if it's not good, I can always come back with it. But that's one of my tricks to reduce burnout. It's because when you, for example, if I just look at my new panels here that are empty, it kind of it makes me feel overwhelmed that they're still empty. So I want to move panel by panel so that they don't look as empty as before, right? So you can sort of see me do that here, where I'm filling out the panels even though they're just sketches, and I'm bouncing from one panel to another, and I'm not really finishing anything just yet, right? Just so it feels a little less overwhelming. Also, these pages are not in sequence. Well, they are for the most part, but this page, I uh, plan to put it in between of the pages that I've already made, right? So it's not they're not entirely in sequence. Oops. I like to say hi to Gurs. Okay, I thought you knew him as well. The Sonic games. I think I saw that, right? There's a ton of new games that was just announced by a lot of the conventions, or what do you call it, the events. Summer Games Fest, Xbox. um I think Nintendo had theirs as well. I didn't really watch Nintendo, and they're all exclusives, and I don't really have a Switch with me. Man, I went to Japan, and the Switch there is very cheap, man. I can't believe it. It was like around 2018 to 25,000 pesos, or around $500 to $600 in my country. But there, it was only like 12 grand, or around 200 bucks. It's like more than half price. Or maybe I just caught it on sale. I don't know. Anybody from Japan here can probably verify that. I love to play Block Blast. I don't know what that is. It's a Sonic game. I haven't played the Sonic game since when was that? Like Sega days, right? The what's the last Sonic game I played? I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But we used to have a console like back in the day, really old Sega console. I don't even remember what it was called now. Well, I didn't have it. My neighbor had it, and I paid him to play per hour. I think it's called the Genesis, a block puzzle game. Okay, I think this hand may be too big to use this. Just a tad bit. Kind of regret drawing this on a the same layer, so it gets a bit dirty that way. I wish I separated the drawing as well as the panel layer so I can erase them easily. I use my brain. What we all do, use our brain and right? It's what speedster. One would hope so. She should have a ribbon on her back, like a gigantic ribbon. A lot of this will be not in view. This is like a ribbon. And let's make the in perspective like this. Okay. It'll all make sense once I finish drawing this, because I need to color these two with like a really thick black. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Good. It's good that you use your brain. I have to for 25 minutes, but I'll be back later. That's okay, man. Prioritize whatever it is you're doing right now. You know, don't need to be. Needed to. What was I gonna say? What I'm trying to say is that nobody's obligated to be on my stream. Just if you want to hang out with me, that's super cool and it's appreciated. I love chatting with my chat. It kind of keeps my it keeps my brain quiet, you know, when I'm chatting with you all. Because when I'm just drawing, I kind of stress myself with other things. And I'm not really thinking about the drawing. I'm thinking about something else, right? Like food, my son. Oh, by the way, my son just had his first day of school the other day. Yeah. I was so excited about that. And nervous, of course. I felt really sad not having him during lunch. His chair is kind of empty, but I'm proud of him, man. He was crying the entire time when we were in the gates of the school, and he didn't want to go when we said goodbye. He was like running towards us, but eventually he calmed down and he decided to brave um, the school and went inside by himself. It was such a proud moment for me because I knew he was afraid, but he shut himself up anyway and went inside regardless. Um, that was such a like a manly feeling. I don't know how to describe it, right? But it was a cool feeling. Like, oh, this guy is scared, but he's still going inside. I love my kid, man. He's so cool. And I picked him up, and when they were outside of their class already, they were like made into a line by the teacher. They were lining up, and he was looking for me outside, right? He was like looking around, and when he finally saw me, he had this big smile in his face, like his face kind of lit up that he saw me, and he tried to run towards me, but the teacher stopped him from doing that because they kind of have this procedure where they need to know first that the parents are there, just to make them feel safe. So they were in a line, and the teachers were calling the kids' parents one by one, and he was like fifth in line, and he was so excited to see. It was such a proud parent moment, man. It's so cool. I can't describe the feeling, but I was so happy. Unfortunately, though, it's a holiday today, so he didn't really go to school today, and then it's gonna be a weekend, so he won't be going back to school until Monday. And I kind of want him to go back to school again, see do that all over again. I can't believe I'm a parent. I still can't believe I'm a parent now. Of all the things that I've gone through, and the kind of person that I was, it's like it feels undeserved. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna jump to another panel. I'm gonna make her ear look like horns. Okay, it's not that it's making that, but it's more a symbolic kind of thing. Like she's being aggressive here. And so her cat ears, is kind of looking like horns. Um, yeah, it's more symbolic than literal, really. All right, let's start somewhere. Let's start with her face, because the face always takes the longest to draw. So if I can get the face out of the way, everything else will just easily follow. Oh man, her head looks really big in this one, eh? I mean, her top of her head looks really big. It kind of looks ridiculous. Let's make that a bit smaller. Even smaller. Around that much. Yeah, that looks better. Actually, let's make her entire head a little bit bigger. She is on the younger side, so she had a bigger head, probably bigger than that. About that much. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. We're gonna cut this and use that as a sketch layer. I'm just gonna retrace it, okay? The reason why I'm doing this is because I played around with the scale of her face. You saw me adjust the head size there quite a lot, and it's going to Photoshop will make up random pixels to make up for the new space that I just created by making it bigger and making things smaller in some areas. So it's gonna create this dirty line work. So what you need to do is um, just redraw it. Just the easiest way to fix that problem. So you have more control with the pixels that you're trying to play with. I think it still looks big. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining me to the stream. You're new. I'm happy to have you. Curious what made you join, though. Wait, you're so good. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, funny emoji. I'm just sketching around, right? These are like my pages that I've done so far. So just a rundown. These two pages are unrelated. These are actually commissioned pages for two separate series that I'm making, and then the rest are for my own series that I'm currently drawing. Right. So yeah, I'm making chapter 2 of my manga, The Final Fortress, which is should be available to read on Manga Plus. Just a quick self plug there, right? Sorry. Need to make her hand just a little bit shorter, somewhere there. I realize the sketch is kind of making it look like it's really long. Maybe here. So I want to make her hand on the sketch. Her hand is like way up here, but I kind of want to give her a really wide stance. Yeah, that kind of looks cool. Okay, I may need to change her stance just a little bit for this pose. It's just like punching down, right? Just kind of already doing that and pummeling this guy underground. So she charges towards this guy who is in the like tied to a rope by another guy, and she punches him down to the ground. How good to hear. Thanks, eh? I'm just scrolling through drawing lives. So you're the first person I've seen talk English. Congrats. Hey, really? I didn't know. Well, I want to reach a wider audience, so you got to speak English. Even if you're not from from an English speaking country, I think there's still a better chance I can reach you by just plain just by talking in English. Maybe that's like the trick, right? For streaming, or that's like a trick. You gotta be able to speak in English to reach a wider audience. Okay. Here, that's kind of like her back. I'll sub, but I'll look at it. I'll look at another video. Thanks, man. See you later. And good luck. One sec. I need to adjust my seat. I'm not sure about the hand here. I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. I like the mobile game Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. I've never heard of that. Dragon Ball? What's Dragon Ball? I'm just kidding. I know what Dragon Ball is, okay? I'm messing with you. Okay, I'll take care of the hand later. Let's draw her buns. Or her ponytail, rather. Going down here. Or maybe you could switch it up like this. No. Because it's gonna cover her body a little bit. So, this one's good. Good enough. I kind of want it to be a bit more flowy. Yeah, like that. Okay, because there's like this big action that's happening. You could tell. Man. People would be pissed off by an anime or a manga artist that doesn't know Dragon Ball, right? And then how would I draw her ribbon? Maybe like really mess it up. Flying like that. In both directions. Yeah, that looks good. This is a really difficult pose. Hmm. On this scene, I kind of want to make the Hikari's outfit a little bit different. but it wouldn't make sense in context because she's rushing toward this fight. It wouldn't make sense for her to change, you know, from the last scene that I drew her. But originally, I wanted this scene to be an introduction to a new outfit. Cause I want her to change outfits, but I want to give her a main outfit rather, which is the crop top that I originally draw her. I really like that. I think it's sticking to me. And these are her thing. I did some research with um, medieval and feudal Japan shoes. They're pretty much just strapped in together by threads instead of having any rubber in them. Well, Japan has like wooden shoes, right? But these are kind of a mix of both. So it's more like a flexible kind of flexible material, as well as some wood into it. I want their feet to be bendable with the shoes that they're wearing. So you wouldn't be able to see the thumbs here or the I don't know what you call it, right? The thumbs, yeah, the feet fingers. Oh yeah, she's wearing a black thing over her pants. That. Yeah, I kind of just want to stop with this page and maybe just allocate this last page next week, right? Because um I plan on changing the art style a little bit. I need to go back a few pages and redraw a lot of them, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna take my time to do that, and not this stream though. Maybe tomorrow. But I think I'll just stop with this last page here. Maybe I'll draw one more off stream. But I want to go back to another page and render it a bit differently. What was I doing? Oh, right, this thing. I totally just blacked out there for a bit. I forgot to draw her hands here. Okay, that's good enough. Draw the ribbons. I think I'm gonna make the ribbons a bit smaller. They're too overpowering in this shot. So make it a little bit smaller. Good choice, thanks. Always thinking about the composition. Black. I think I'm ready to make a few of these things black now. Define the hair a little bit. Oops. Slow, it's lagging. This. Okay. We'll draw the hands later, at the very end of the process, because I wanna at least showcase a few things that I've learned from the hand tutorial that I made. Not sure if any of you guys saw that. YouTube has been really brutal for me recently, because I thought I knew what my audience wanted to see, because I've been doing some experiment a few months ago, and I thought that, okay, so tutorial videos um, garner a lot of views. Okay, so I already knew that. Every time I made a video about, how to draw, um, how to render a face using like a manga technique, or paneling, background stuff, they always get a lot of views. So okay, I already knew what videos get a lot of views, and then, but I still wanted to make videos that I know won't get views, but they're videos that I want to make regardless. Um, but recently, man, it's been like a mystery to me. Like all of a sudden, um, my videos aren't getting that much views anymore. Uh, I gotta figure that out. Why? I'm not begging for views. Okay, it's just a mystery, and I'm just really thinking out loud. And I'm no YouTube expert. I think it's my thumbnails, to be honest with you. I need help there. Make thumbnails that go viral. Okay. That kinda looks good. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, man. It's always happy, regardless if it's Friday or not. Nice work. Thanks. Move the sketch a little bit smaller. There you go. Now we can follow the sketch with the feet. I just not follow the sketch? Because I intended her feet to bend back towards, the part background. I kind of want to make her do this instead. It's a wider stance. Nah, you know what? I'll stick with the sketch. It's fine. Maybe erase some of this. I'll just erase that for now. Okay. We'll come back to the ribbon. It's kind of annoying me. Okay. Is this your manga? Yes, it is. These pages are particularly for my manga. I forgot to draw her gi. You should have a little bit of excess gi here. And there you go. Let's draw that. If you're interested in reading my manga, chapter 1 is already out. I'll link it on the description, okay? Or rather, I'll link it on the chat. And let me pin that. Here you go. Oh, wrong brush. You definitely read it. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate it. It's gonna be the next big manga of all time. Okay, mark my words. I'm joking, of course. It'll take some time for me to do that. By the way, if you guys are ever want to write your own story and draw your own manga, it's also a good idea to look at other mediums like novels when it comes to writing. I know it's a different writing style than writing in manga. I've definitely experienced that for myself because when you're writing with a novel, for example, it's not a visual medium, so you don't have to really worry about camera placement, for example, or a composition. You just need to be more descriptive and be careful about your words rather when you're writing a novel, right? Like a traditional book novel. But I've been reading a lot of Sanderson. Well, I haven't read Sanderson's, but he's very prominent on YouTube. That you can learn a lot from him there for free. So I've learned a lot when it comes to writing, even though it's a different writing style. So yeah, never always look at other mediums too. When you're drawing, for example, you're painting, try looking at photography to improve your composition. Yeah. Let's get rid of the sketch. I need to reallocate the other ribbon, man. Maybe here. No, that looks terrible. Maybe just together with the other one. Yeah, that looks. This is probably the safest bet to allocate it to the other ribbon. Wow. Okay. Hey. All right. That's good. I like it. Just define some of the details for the pants, okay? And that's like the center where a lot of the folds will be coming from. That looks good. Let's also add some folds here. I'm really not sure about this pose. I'm gonna do an anatomy check. Okay, so shoulder should be around here, right? Because let's do the face, for example, is here. And the neck should be like in perspective. It shouldn't be viewable that much. So, and also the traps shouldn't be viewable because of the angle. Your manga will be my first. Hey, appreciate that. So if the shoulder is here, um, the bend should be here, and I should probably move this. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I'll have to move this because it makes her arm really, really long. Something like that. Okay. Maybe that's too short now. Let's pull that back a little bit. Come on. Okay. Pull that back around here, maybe. Yeah, okay. That looks good to me. Delete that now. Okay, that looks better. I think that looks better. We'll draw her hands at the very end. Oops. Okay, now the feet. Sideways. For the feet, I just like to draw that shape, okay? And it kind of gets me from this to say this. So that's the thumb. You won't be able to see the rest of the finger of the feet finger. I don't know what you call that part of the feet. Okay, the fingers of the feet. I'm pretty sure there's a technical name for it. It's just escaping my mind right now. All right, and it gets you to here. And ankles. She has a sort of like a sleeve on her feet. That's part of her like mystery. She has a mystery on her body that's she's not able to take off some clothing on her body, or it's like part of her skin. So this black thing on her leg, as well as this black thing on her arms, it's almost like part of her skin, and it's a mystery for now in the story as to what they are. But they're just I just call them the bands, you know, the Hikari's bands. And she has no memory too. No due time. Yeah, for sure. I already written down what they are, right? But it's really uninteresting if I just, you know, spoil it for you at the moment, because you don't really know the story, or you don't really care. Like, why would you care about it, right? You have no attachment to the world yet, since I'm only in chapter 1. So even if I spoil it now, it's gonna be uninteresting. So I need you guys to be hooked with the story first. All right. I think I need to. No, that's fine. It's okay. I just felt like her sandals aren't really connected. Maybe I should draw something like this. No, it's okay. I'll stick to my guns and just draw something like this. The sandals does not make any sense at all. Because why does this thing exist, right? Maybe it's just for decoration. This makes sense. I've had sandals like that. Oh no, my alarm? Ah, it's okay, man. Okay, let's draw the hands now. So she is punching. So on my hand tutorial, I kind of did something like this. Maybe a bit shorter. So she isn't really showing her fingers, so we'll just draw her knuckles. 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. We'll have it less defined. They're really just knuckles, right? And like so, maybe like this. Easy. And of course, we'll draw some effects later for this punch, this big punch. Okay, that looks good. Looks good to me. Now just this guy. So I just need to draw this guy as well as this detail here. So the one holding the rope is actually her brother, who we'll see here, who he's holding the rope here. And in this scene, she's like panicking. He's panicking. What are you guys celebrating for? It's not over yet. And he's holding back the guy that is tied up, right? I mean, he has a rope here in his neck, tied up here. I'm really hoping the flow is good. Man, I really need your chair. My chair is kind of hurting my butt. Okay, so this is only need to draw half of this character. And he transforms again for the second time after this punch. He's gonna come out a little bit less human. Well, that sucks. It's okay. Well, the fight's just starting, right? This is really the first major fight of the series. On chapter 1, I kind of just went tame with it, and instead of a fight scene, I went for a rescue scene for chapter 1. I didn't want to go all out, which in retrospect I should have. But on chapter 2, it's gonna be a fight, like a proper fight. Honestly, whatever I needed to a new chair, I actually found 3 chairs a few days prior to in good condition for free. You got it for free. 3 chairs for free. Pick the comfortable one there was, and still make use of it. Nice. It's my chair, man. It's an old chair too. I kind of like it still. I don't want to get rid of it. Maybe I'll just put a pillow next time. Support my butt. And I am kind of getting too overweight. I'm getting fat. I'll tell you a story. I didn't intend this to happen, but I think I had a sensitive client one time, and I didn't know he was sensitive to the word fat, right? And I'm also fat, and I kind of just throw that word away, nonchalantly. But he wanted me to draw this really fat character, like a Big Mom type character, right? and he was really cool because this was our probably our fourth drawing. I don't want to say too much, right? But this is our fourth drawing, and then I called her fat. Oh, this is a really fat character. It almost reminded me of Big Mom, and how fat she was. And that's what I told him, right? And then I think his demeanor changed after I said that word. I'm not quite sure if it was that kind of put him off with me, because I never heard from him again, or maybe it was something totally unrelated, and it just so happened that I was talking about that, right? So I don't know. I kind of feel like I offended him in one way. I want to go back to the gym, man. I used to go to the gym almost every day back when I was younger. I just don't have the time, between this as well as work, being a dad. I really don't have the time. But they themselves, if they were fat, didn't know it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just offensive with some people. I don't really know why. What's this? Ah, you want son? Okay, you get your phone. Okay. Akin ka? Okay, thank you. My son just gave me his toy. It's a cheap plastic Gundam that lights up like this. Choo choo. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it lights up. Hey, yo, Jingo, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I'll put this right next to me right here. My son's toy. I know you guys probably can't see it. But yeah, I don't know if why people get offended by that. I don't get offended by that. If somebody calls me fat, that's what I am anyway. I am fat. What can I do about that? Well, maybe just lose weight. You can? Oh, you can't see it? Okay. Well, I'm kind of tripping out with this drawing here. It's supposed to be upside down. I'll draw his skirt first. Supposed to be like this. Okay. And I know there's some blocks here. How's the manga stuff going? It's been great, man. There are a couple of changes that I wanted to make about my manga. I've mentioned before, like the art style. There's gonna be a art style shift in the middle of chapter 2. And I think I want to go back to chapter 1 too to implement the art style change, little by little. Maybe I'll do 1 page a week when it comes to the revision. But it's gonna take some work. And it's gonna slow down my process. But it's okay. It's in the name of quality, right? I wanna bring the best quality of writing as well as art that I can. I'm probably not sure if I can do the writing stuff. I'm doing my best, but writing, I'm fairly new to writing. I've only been writing for about a year, maybe a little bit more than a year now, maybe a year and a half, almost. Let's just say. But with the art stuff, that's something that I can't control. So I want to do a little bit more of Takehiko Inoue's art style than Kamomi Shirahama. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Kamomi Shirahama's paneling because she's really great at that. Probably better, more so than Inoue's paneling. I know, controversial take maybe. But I'm gonna do more of Takehiko's art style. I think it suits more the world that I'm trying to create. For writing, I actually study that a lot. Me too. How you be using the Kishon Tetsu writing style? I actually don't use that writing style. I use the traditional three act structure, with a bit of a twist at the end. It's because I've been studying more of a traditional novel writing style than manga. I wanna look to other writing styles than just stick to one, right? I'm still storyboarding. I'm so slow. It's okay, man. We're not in a race, okay? Unless you're in a competition, don't worry about pacing. Don't worry about if you're slow. Totally fine. Take your time. There are some of Tenketsu's art writing style that I'm applying, of course. Like the character build-ups at the beginning. So right now, I'm still on my character setup phase. So I'm really setting these characters up for you guys to be able to care with them. So in One Piece, for example, this is the phase where Luffy is gathering up his crew, and Oda is trying to make you care about the characters, right? So flashbacks, story reveals, character reveals, and really just spending more time with the characters and making them likable, bantering with them, things like that. So that's where I am right now with with that writing style. But I'm also trying to do the traditional hero's journey, because our character, especially my main character Hikari here, is very ignorant to the world, and Aki is also he's not ignorant because he's studying a lot about the world, and he knows more than he lets off. However, he doesn't want to leave the comfortable life in their farm. Very Luke Skywalker ish kind of, when he's dreaming about the life outside beyond the farm, and now the call to action, the hero's call, it comes to him, and he has to make a decision. But something is blocking him. He refuses not to go. He's got to be in school by this time next year. But then something tragic happens, and he is forced to take on the call of the hero. And he's changed by this journey, right? He undergoes a huge change from this farmer boy to this legendary space wizard, for example. So that's kind of like the hero's journey that my character Aki is making. For Hikari, it's just about retracing her hero's journey, because she has amnesia, and because she's so ignorant with the world, that she needs Aki by her side to be able to guide her. She's more like a weapon, and Aki is like the trigger, the trigger finger, than anything, the brains and the bronze of the situation. So that's sort of the dynamic I want them to have. They're the two main characters, and they'll have like a crew, like I mentioned before. One Piece. I don't think I can call Zoro a main character, but he is a like a primary supporting character, like all of the Straw Hats are, probably more so than others. Um, but there will be characters like that, especially when we leave in the Hikari Plains, the farm that they're on right now, and we go to Korheim Fields, which will be in chapter 3 and 4, and it's gonna be a big arc, involving manipulations, and we get to see Aki's brain shine there. He does an investigation, and there's some all kind of stuff. When we meet characters there, they'll be permanent in the group that they'll go on to a journey with later on. And this is really so, well, like anything, right? You take inspiration from a lot of places, and for me, there are three places that I'm taking, well, four, okay, four story beats that I'm taking inspiration from. Probably more than that, but the main four is would be Expedition 33, because we're gonna the end goal for the first arc is to be able to set everything up to go outside of the walls, so we can do an expedition beyond the barrier, towards the Dredgelands, right? So that's the end goal. So Attack on Titan with the walled city and stuff, and there's like this big mystery outside of the wall. I really like that about season one. So I'm taking part of that. And One Piece, where they're gathering up a crew, that's gonna be the entire first arc of the series, right? Is they need to gather a crew to be able to go outside of the barrier. That's like a rule within this kingdom, is you need to have you need to meet parameters to be able to go outside of the barrier. Pinoy, yes, I am Pinoy. And then what was the last one? I forgot the fourth one. I was just talking about it. But the other thing, in a very minor sense, I am also taking inspiration from Full Metal Alchemist because of the dual antagonist. It was just supposed to be Hikari, but then I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and the dual antagonist set up with Ed and Al and Ed. I forgot their names. Really intrigued me, and I wanted to do a dual antagonist. So there's two protagonists in my story, and they need to work together to be able to solve problems, right? It's not just one or the other, and there's two main characters. So that's really where I'm taking inspiration from. With the writing, it's just a writing style. When I mentioned Star Wars earlier, it's just a writing style. You know, the hero's journey. It's not really exclusive to Star Wars, and I'm not really taking inspiration from Star Wars. From that, it was just an example, more than anything. I'm at page 5 out of 10. That's actually almost done. Yeah, if you finish that, you should be able to submit that in the end of July for Kodensha's manga competition. If you're interested, of course, you know. I am definitely joining that. I've already finished my one shot. And yeah, I'm actually working on two other one shots, which I can't wait to get into. But I want to finish the entirety of chapter 2 first, which is 50 pages. I might divide chapter 2 into two chapters, because it's too big. My wife kind of convinced me to do so. It's too much. 50 pages per chapter is it's insane. Like, okay, fine. I'll reduce the pages. He's probably right. I want a Filipino to teach me how to draw. Hey. Yeah, why do you need a Filipino for that though? I mean, there are countless of schools thought programs that you can probably learn from. You don't have to be Filipino. But I'm happy to teach you, you know, if you want. If you need help. We're a small, you can join my Discord server. It should be in my profile, my bio. We're a small community. I kind of like my Discord server to be small, because it keeps it a bit more intimate, you know? I know everybody there. I know who the regulars are, who the regular chatters are, and stuff like that. And keeping my Discord server small also helps me help my community a lot more, because if there's a lot of you guys, then I'm going to have problems keeping track with who's going to DM me, right? But with just a couple of members there, I think we're like around 100 on my server now. I don't really know. I haven't checked for a while, but I'm pretty active there though. Yeah, pop my page progress. I'm in manga update. Look at it later though. Yeah, of course. If you're in my Discord server, you probably are. Oh yeah, Skits. Yeah, I know you. You're in my Discord server. Send it to me, man. Okay, that's good. Well, yeah, glad to see a bunch of Filipinos are also here. I actually very rarely see Filipinos. I've checked my analytics. Most of you guys come from the United States, which is really cool. I love that place. Um, and my second largest demographic is the Philippines, with only 5%, to be honest with you. 5% of my viewers are only 5% of my viewers are from the Philippines. It's probably because I'm not speaking Tagalog and I'm speaking English, so that's probably why I'm attracting more Western countries. Okay. I know it looks really flat right now, but we're gonna add some effects later to make this really pop out. But okay, let's just draw this part now. The rope is coming from off panel. Chat disconnected. Are you guys still there? I'm getting this error message again that my chat is disconnected. It does that sometimes though. I'm kind of used to it, but it kind of scares me still. So really, technically, I'm not used to it. It scares me still, you know. It is worrying. Because one time I was streaming and then I got this message. I realized that it was too late. That I realized that I wasn't streaming anymore. I was just talking out of with to nobody. Funny. Yeah, I want to try for manga comps and try sitting in your Discord with other manga people. Yeah, man. Look, I have a manga channel on my Discord. Just send something there, and just you can directly message me if you need some help. You know. I'm not a snob. I'll always read your stuff. I think there's still some DMs. There are still some pages that I need to read from my community though that I haven't really gone into. It's still here. Good, 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 good. I need to make him way small, or maybe not. I need to throw the legs here, and then he's mounting someone here, right? Like this. There's another guy. Hands is here. I just think there are other inspiring manga creators in Discord. It'd be cool to sit with them and talk manga creation. Yeah, man. That's the entire purpose of the Discord server, to bring you guys together. Collab, maybe, you know. You're back. Hey, welcome back. Thinking these, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's just do this. Just black all over, because we're gonna make him way smaller to emphasize the distance between them. way, or like really small, something like this. Don't say my name though. My family doesn't know I'm chatting in love. Why is this a secret? It's like a drug deal or something, right? Keeping live to your family. And besides, I don't know your name. Unless your handle is your name, then just in case. Okay. Alright, this looks good. So with this page, I know it looks really weird, but what we're gonna do is gonna cover these up with some rocks and some rocky explosions here, right? Some rocks flying all over the place, and it's gonna look really cool. Now I'm gonna leave the last page maybe off stream or probably next week. I'll just do these. I'll just render these pages for now. Can't let gang know I mess with Jingo. Yeah, that's something to be proud of, isn't it? Okay, let's render these pages, okay? One sec. And yes, I'm watching Spider Noir. That's what you just saw earlier. My files. Where are my files? Here it is. How many pages are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages. So it should be page 30 by now. This is the last page we left off. We're gonna save this as page 27. Delete all that. Let's do page 28, 29, and 30. Okay, that should be 4 pages. Man, I really am slacking. Because 2 weeks ago, I was doing 8 pages, I think. And then last week, I did 6. And this week, I'm doing 4. It's not good, man. It's not good. Forever. Your panels are so good. Thanks, man. When you say your panels are bad, I'm like, what is this guy smoke? Did I say my panels are bad? I think I said that on chapter 1. I think there were some styles that I really liked that I'm not doing anymore from my older mangas, right? So I think that's why I said it. 26. Where's 26? There's 26. Let me just organize my files. 28, 29, 30. Okay. 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so it's not 26 then. Paste that. So now I'm just individually putting them on separate pages now. So I can, save them as a picture, the JPEG, and edit them individually. So this page here is a full page spread. There are no panels. It's gonna be a big page, big reveal. It's gonna be sick. Nice drawings, thanks, man. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll lump this work too because this one's already done. One sec. You'll be able to see a colored version of what I do in a bit. Where is that thing? Here it is. Whoops. So this is a separate project that I'm making. It's not the most detailed because I want the page to still be viable for me to work on. So I don't really put too much detail with these, but it's a commission page. So I gotta do this too. Okay, a lot of work to be done. Can you be my comfort YouTuber? I don't know what that means, but yeah, okay, man. Sounds sketchy, but I like sketchy stuff. You'll see me organize my things now. These will slowly turn into actual pages, right? Okay, that looks good. I need to close this. I kind of want to draw this page now. Maybe later. Maybe I'll just draw that off stream. But I'm gonna close this page. I don't need it anymore for now. It's a big file, and it's gonna lag my process if I have multiple files open. Okay, next one. Oh, this needs some help. Because of this rope here. There we go. Punching lines. Just be patient with it. I know there's a long way to go. Wait, I gotta go. Sorry. It's okay, man. You take care. I should also overlay his pants here. And his legs too. Nah, it's okay. Just the rope is fine. Bye. Yeah, see you later. You take care. Next one. Panel is kind of breaking here too. Yeah. Going with the speed of the rope that's being thrown here. Okay, got that. That looks good. Next, we need to cut down the amount of lines here. Sorry, not the amount of grays we have. You guys have seen me do this countless of times already, I think. This is pretty much the bulk of my Sunday streams back in the day. How is everything? Everything is great. Everything is great. Why? We'll get rid of these. We'll redraw that later. Something's wrong with the hair. Okay. Oops. Hey, Rare, what's up, man? You back? Were you even really gone? Okay, next one. I think you said you had a fever, right? Oh, that was like last week or something. That was weeks ago, man. I'm fine now. Thanks for checking up, though. Appreciate it. I do have something in my eye. Minor inconvenience, but it feels really uncomfortable. Okay, so the spear thing doesn't work. So, okay, this is really what I want to get into because I want to change the art style so much. Well, not the art style, right? But the rendering process um, by a lot. And I'm gonna go back to my old self by rendering it just with pure gray and a little bit of screen tones. Okay, so we'll just do that now. With this page, okay? Big fan. That's okay, man. Your blog? Could have had that on my mind for a while. What, with my fever? That was a long time ago. I think a few weeks ago. I think I had a fever because I don't really remember why. Um, yeah, I don't remember why I had a fever. I'm not stressed or anything. Um I'm not sad or depressed. I didn't get bit by a bug or something like that. So it's so good to just use gray. Okay. What advice, sir, can you give to first timer in drawing comics or manga? I'd say most important skills you need to acquire when you're trying to draw a manga is the writing skills. I think that matters more than the art, or it matters just as much as the art. Okay, and if you're a first-time mangaka, I would I would recommend you write your story first before drawing anything. So start with, and of course, when you start writing, understand that the first story is going to suck. Okay, just just accept that, as early as now, that the first story is going to suck, and the way you go around that is, yeah, first of all, you need to recognize that. Second of all, um, write another story right after you've written your first one. Okay, because your second story will suck a little less. All right, so I realized that on my first last year when I started to do this project. I'm gonna show you something, okay? And a lot of my viewers here have already seen this. Silver Comet, I know you're sick, probably seeing this thing. Well, I haven't shown this for a while. Um, so here I'll show you. This was my first iteration of Final Fortress, and it was called Reign of the Thunder God back in the day. Okay. Um, so yeah, this was Hikari, the first version of Hikari, and I thought this was a mopey version of the story that I ended up abandoning it right away. But the problem is, I've already drawn the first page, but the script kind of sucked. When I looked at the script again, and this kind of sucked. It's very depressing. There's no amount of fun at all. And I thought, okay, we're gonna redraw this thing. We're gonna rewrite this thing. So I took another 8 weeks or so to rewrite a new story involving the same characters, and then I did this. I did this. The second version of Hikari. She doesn't have her ears here still, and this is actually Volstagg, which will later become Aki, the one the kid that I'm drawing right now, the two main protagonists. I'm readjusting Volstagg to another storyline, and he looks different right now. He also changes, his design also changes later, but this is the second version of the story, and I've written like a lot of pages, right? Not just one of this particular story, but in the middle of it, around this page, I thought, okay, this kind of sucks again. The story kind of sucks. There's no, I kind of jumped the gun with the character introduction and just went straight to action, right? But there are some elements here that I already like, so my writing kind of improved already from here, because again, there's some elements that I already like, right? Like this ominous thing behind her, right? I really like this. Like he kind of starts sparking because there's this hand here that tries to reach behind her, and she's like, "Oh, this shit!" It's like the sixth sense, and he turns back, and there's nothing there, right? Kind of cool, right? We're gonna keep some of that elements later, so I already like that. So my second story version of the story was already improving from my first one. Okay, I like this fun banter between these two, because he's like, oh, you're taking your time with the view, why don't you come do it already and come down? And she does the thing, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna come down, but I'm gonna smash into you. And yeah, there's a bit of there's some comedy into it, right? She's face palm head first onto the wall, and she brushes himself. There's already some comedic action here, with them talking about this guy being scary and they didn't want to be late to something. But I still thought it was really bad. So now I did a third script. I took another 8 weeks and I did a new one shot. Let me just find it. If I can find it. Jeez, where is it? I've done this so many times. Did this one? Oh yeah, this one. So I did this again. Now this is the evolution of Volstagg. This is now Volstagg, the guy that you saw earlier, and this is now Aki. So I just renamed him. I made him younger. And this is the third version of Hikari. Okay. From here on, you'll only see changes from her clothing. But there's more to this. I really like this story, but I thought the ending was a bit lackluster of this one shot. Okay, there's a bit more comedic banter now. It's no longer that mopey. And I started to I wrote the story in the middle of like later on down the storyline from where we are right now. Okay, so this a lot of these are still relevant, but this is now showing the Dredgelands, and I thought, okay, I don't want to show the Dredgelands right away. I want the Dredgelands to be a bit more mysterious, and this is a more advanced version of Hikari. She doesn't have a memory loss here. This is a completely different character of Hikari. Okay, and then what she is now, because she has like powers here, right? And she doesn't have those at the moment. Um, so yeah, this is the, what is that now, third version. Now let's get into the fourth version. I wrote a lot of these, and there's some action scenes here, really cool big panels here with the action, big poses. Yeah, you see this fighting this big thing, and she's like wiping her nose. She gets hit, and then it ends somewhere here. She has a healing factor, so she can take all this. So what happens here, I remember, is that she's under an illusion, so her body is here, but her mind is fighting this otherworldly creature. So his solution is like, okay, I'm gonna smack Hikari with this kittle, with this pan of mine, so that she wakes up. But I never got into that, unfortunately. And then the fourth iteration. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna draw something a bit more interesting. This was my submission from Kodakawa's World Mangas back in March, I mean. And this is what I submitted. Since this is the fourth. Was it fourth now? Am I on fourth? I think fourth. Yeah, the fourth iteration of the manga. So this is like a version of Hikari that's a bit more final. Okay, so you can see I went through a lot of stories now just to get chapter 1 right. Okay, does that make sense? You have to keep writing and keep writing and keep writing and understand your first story is going to suck, and then just keep doing it anyway, right? Just keep doing it, and it doesn't matter if it sucks. I just understand that it does suck. Your first maybe 3 or 4 stories before you can get to like improving yourself, right? And the reason why it sucks is actually just a vibe check, and I mean, you kind of you have to be more critical about yourself. So this story is actually pretty solid. I really like this story, except for, and there's some action scenes that I really like here, too, right? And I think I organized this a bit out of order too. But there are a few things that I kind of rushed here. That's why I had to start over again. I decided, okay, let's just start over again and let's take the same story and not rush things, because I felt like I'm explaining these things really quickly, right? Like the runic system here. I have like 2 pages dedicated to explaining this on the new version. Yeah, and this is now Eldrick, which will become important later on. And they kind of banter a little bit. Yeah. Anyways, you'll never see this story, okay? I'm never gonna post it. Well, I did post it, but it's somewhere in the internet. I'm never gonna tell you where it is. Maybe one day. And then I also have one more story to tell after this, because in the middle of drawing that, I also drew this. This is a flashback when Hikari and Aki are much younger, and it's a much more simpler story. Okay? Where they're just mapping out their village. And there's nothing really going on here. This is as far as I went with it, because I thought the story was really boring. But yeah. Anyways, that was a lot. So hopefully that helps you understand that. Maybe my biggest advice is that don't worry about your first script looking good too much. It's going to be bad regardless of how good you think it is. Just keep writing until you improve, right? Because as you saw earlier, some of my pages there really improved quite a lot by the time I ended up with this version of the story. So I yapped a lot there. But hopefully that helped. With the art stuff, you can get away with subpar art when it comes to manga, And our drawing is really just about, showing up. Well, it's the same with writing, really. Showing What I mean by showing up is, you you keep drawing even though you think it's bad. You just keep on drawing. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Holy crap! I missed out on a lot of chat. One sec, guys. Let him know this is your full screen cam. Oh crap! Was I full screen? Why am I full screen? That keeps happening. Jeez. I said all that and just and nothing. Oh man. Manga Pringa, no, it's not pre-recorded, guys. I have this problem with my Discord. I don't know what it is, but it just decides to go to my second screen, which is this screen, right? My full camera. It does that sometimes, and that's such a lot to explain. That happened again. It's like the second time that happened, right? I think the first time was with the hands, when I was trying to explain the hands, and I realized that nobody's watching because I have the camera on my face at the whole time. Jesus Christ! Give me a sec. I'm gonna go get some water. Ah, man, that's really ruining my reputation. You're all good, Jingo. It's the passion that counts. Yeah, that was a lot of passion. I suppose you guys know about Akane Banashi. I don't know what that is. I wonder how much knowledge it takes to make manga about something like that, like sports, music. Well, I don't know about the manga stuff, but when it comes to writing, I believe you have to take from the things that you like. Okay, I think I got that from Brian Sanderson. Brian Sanderson. That you write about the things that interest you. If, for example, you're really into guns, and then you go look that up, you go shoot a gun, research the gun, all those things, right? Because those things are the thing that interest you. So that's what it takes, right? You have to be interested about these stuff to be able to write about these stuff. Interested enough that you care about the small details. Did you guys give Jingo the scripts for your manga? Cause I did. I already about the scripts. I already have a lot of I think I have 3 submissions that I'm going to take and draw. I won't be able to. I'll draw those this week. Oh, excuse me. I'll draw those pages this week. Okay. But I won't be able to post that video until maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now, because I got a few videos for my YouTube channel, that are lined up. Okay, so that video will probably be around next month. By the way, Jingo, if you've started and you've got questions, I'm happy to answer. Started? No, I haven't started. But if I do have questions, I'll DM you on Discord. Yeah. Submissions. Oh yeah, I have a Discord server. I'll link you my Discord server if you want to join that. And I had an event that I'll take some of your scripts and make one page out of it, make a tutorial video on how I did it. Because I initially did that because I've been getting a lot of questions from my Discord that they don't know how they wrote in a script, right? People have written a script, but they don't know how to convert it to panels. So that's why I asked, so that I can convert. Okay, my screen changed again. No, it didn't. Okay. So that's why I asked people from my Discord to give me their script so I can make a tutorial about it and how to make some of your scripts into panels, right? This is why I like my Discord server to be just a bit, a bit small. I don't mind it going big, but if it does go big one day, I'll have less time for everybody. It's just natural, I guess. Everybody understands that, I hope. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was rendering. By the way, I think we all consume anime and manga. That's why we want to make it. Yeah, exactly. We're big fans of this, so that's why I want to make this. Um, you're exactly right. Yeah, there you go. Honestly, I have just been trial and error with this manga stuff. I guess that's what you do when you're starting, right? That's what I did as well. Okay, that looks good. Make this part darker. Can't believe we lost to Mexico. Actually, I've never believed in my team at all. What team, by the way? What is this about? I'm guessing it's football because it's always football, right? I've never met a World Cup. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. I'm pretending. I'm new here and I don't know about your future goals. And do you want to win a competition or get published in Japan? Self-published mangaka. At the moment, I'm open to anything. My current goal right now is to self-publish very soon. Once I've at least finished the first volume of my manga, which won't be for a while. But I also wouldn't, because I'm entering some competitions, right? With Kodakawa early March or late March, as well as Kodensha next month. I'm entering those. So I don't mind getting recognized in Japan if ever. I'm that's not really my goal. It's just something extra that I want to do. But I don't have any delusions of winning a competition from Japan, right? It's a far-fetched goal for me, especially because I'm also new to writing. Um, but I did. Let me tell you though, I did got into the finalist on Kodakawa's manga competition this last March. We did go into the finalist list, and my manga was featured on their website for a while. Um, yeah, that was a happy moment. That was a proud moment for me. So now, what's the next thing is? The next thing is Kodensha this July, right? Hopefully, we get something from there. But again, I'm not hoping for anything significant. Being in the finalist list is good enough for me. What's my favorite manga or anime? Favorite manga is Witchet Atelier, just because of the paneling and the art style is so beautiful. Favorite anime at the moment, I gotta say it's Dragon Ball. I know it's pretty cliche, but it's just something that I grew up with. Okay, it's like a nostalgic thing for me, a very biased thing to say. You can't change my mind with that. But I'd say my favorite modern anime. Let's just change the category for a bit, so I'm a bit more I'm a bit less biased. I'd have to say it's Attack on Titan. It could also be Free Ren. But Attack on Titan just edges out a little bit from Free Ren, I think. It's a lot more influential, in my opinion. I have a story script, but it's difficult for me to draw it into panels or having mental block. Yeah, that's why I'm asking for my Discord people to submit me their script so I can show you guys how to do it on a later video, okay? But just the TLDR of it is, you gotta know your sequence. I have a video about paneling, on my YouTube channel. and that goes into depth about the anatomy of the panels and what makes a good panel, stuff like that. But I realize it's not enough for you guys to be able to understand how to convert your script into a manga panel. So that's why I'm making a part two of that, and it goes in depth on how to do that, right? How to convert a script into a manga panel. So yeah, but what are you having trouble with anyway? Let me know. I'm happy to talk about it here. Okay, this is already pretty good. Let's do the background now. I'm only gonna do the background for these two panels here. I'm kind of disappointed that I had my camera all screwed up earlier, because I thought I went through a lot with that. Maybe I'll talk about it again another time. I have to go to sleep. Catch you guys next one. All right. Good night, man. Have a nice rest. Where is my land brush? Can't find it. Ah, there it is. This is a bit of cheat here, but we'll take the cheat, yeah? Okay. Now, where are my plants? Sure, what app are you using? It's okay to use Ibis Paint. I think it's okay to. I've never used Ibis Paint. I'm using Photoshop right now. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. There's a lot of problems with like Adobe, but in my opinion, Photoshop is still the premier um, painting software. I think, and this is my opinion. Okay, you can have a different opinion. It's fine. I think the problem with Photoshop is mostly Adobe. Well, at least people have that problem with them, right? They don't like them. Um, to me, it's okay. Do anyone know anything about joining a studio as an illustrator? If I want to gain experience about art, next year I'll apply to a Plan 3 YouTube channel. I think Clip Studio is better. Arguable. I think Clip Studio is better for, let's say, manga and comic books, right? But in general, I like using Photoshop. With your question though, yeah, you should join a studio. Yeah, that will give you experience. What's I gonna do? Texture. And okay, that's good. Let's go back to the foreground, and now let's render the actual gray. I'm just experimenting with this. That's why I'm only doing one page. See how this goes. Okay. But this is how I normally render some of my clients' work. This is how I used to render stuff instead of just black and white. Um, since I'm doing some sort of dark fantasy, I think this is appropriate. Do some cell shading. Make it darker. Oof. I think that's too dark. That's better. If you have time, read MHA manga, Ultimate Detailing and Hook. Horikoshi knows how to express emotions through panel. It has good art in the modern shonen. Yeah, you know what? I have watched My Hero Academia in its entirety. I love that. I love that series. It's pretty cool. I can see why it's in the talks about being one of the more modern iteration of the big three. I gotta agree. If it's like a new big three, I think My Hero Academia has a place there. Because it does embody the essence of the old big three. You know, heroism, old and tried virtues like sacrifice, protection, sticking with your friends, things like that. It has all those tropes, and I really like that. I think that's lost on a lot of animes nowadays. Everybody's just trying to be dark, and certainly I am. I'm doing that. I'm guilty of that too. I just like dark stuff, but there are some of heroisms in my story too. You know, I don't want to forget about like human virtues. I don't want to be just dark for the sake of being dark. Like in a fight, the guy had quirk overhaul. Oh yeah, I remember overhaul. It was pretty cool. Um, his hand greater power compared to Deku. His hand was just dominant across the manga, while and his power was just being showed. Yeah, true, true. I haven't read the manga, but I'm sure it's great. Unfortunately, though, I've already seen the anime. I kind of don't want to read the manga that I already know the story of. Even though I know there's some differences there, but I don't think it's like a significant change for me to be able to be interested about reading that manga. I mean, I already know the story, right? I'm reading Nana, a really old manga, as well as Ruby Dragon. I like reading mangas that doesn't have an anime yet. I know Witch Hat Atelier has an anime, but I've been reading that for a while, and I'm not watching the anime. Not until I finish the manga. I'm only in volume. What is it? Volume two, volume six. Sorry, yeah, volume six of Witch Hat. Your Dragon's comforting. Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's some really good paneling there, but simple. Not the best, but also good paneling tricks that Ruby Dragon applies. I think I'm in volume three now with Ruby Dragon. I gotta say I'm a bit bored. Volume one was really great. Then volume two, half of it was kind of boring. I didn't really care about the beef between the girls. Um, I just wanna do more dragon stuff, and it volume two kind of just halts that in favor with the storyline about um Rory trying to gain favor about with this girl. And I was like, oh, I don't care about this. Let's get into more dragon stuff. Why is that not colored? Okay. Oh. Hey. It's okay. Malapit na naman tapos. Sorry, that's my son in the background, by the way, if you can hear him. Oh no! Did I just render the wrong thing, didn't I? I did. Oh no, it's okay. It's fine. It's totally fine. Just control Z that. Exactly. Yeah. What are you doing, baby? No wonder it's top rated anime right now. What's top rated? There's an anime for Ruby Dragon. My son is dancing in the background. It's kind of funny. That's why I'm laughing. Matutulog na? Hindi mo buksan yung message. Bakit? May internet? Okay. Sorry for talking so much. Nah, it's okay, man. I like it when people talk. Keep talking. Can you hear my son in the background? You know, he's trying to go to sleep, but he doesn't want to go to sleep. Frieren is top rated anime. Oh yeah, it is. It's pretty good. Every episode is like emotional. Not now that is actually a very difficult thing to do. There's only a handful of series and stories that I can say that to, and one of them is Free Ren. Another one is there was another. Hey, you got the mama. Happy Papa. Sorry, my son is like right there. What's another story that's kind of like that? Firefly. It's kind of like that. Every series, every episode was really good. Um, man, I don't know. I know there are a couple of. I just can't think of them right now. Like there are no dragging storyline in those animes, right? Really, really good. Although I have not read the manga of Frieren, I'm thinking of picking it up. Although I've already seen the anime, the problem is that the anime is not finished yet, so I may still pick up the manga for Frieren. Uh, what else is a good an anime that or a show that every episode is a banger? Can't really think of one. I know we just watched one. I can't remember. They're usually the short ones too, the shorter animes that are good. Uh-huh. You know, I just remembered one of the inspirations for my manga. I said Full Metal Alchemist earlier. It's actually not Full Metal Alchemist. It is an inspiration, but it's only a small part. Um, I remember it's supposed to be Journey to the West, where they go into this journey. Yeah, just a side note there. Because earlier there was some people asking me about, you know, what my story is about. I like that. Okay. This rendering process takes a long time, but it does result on a better render than the manga way, right? At least I think so. Because I'm using a lot of gray, I'm a bit I'm less restricted to the tools that are available to me. So I think it results on a better drawing, in my opinion. But that may be a skill issue for now. I'm just experimenting, okay? Because I'm supposed to be drawing this dark fantasy um, story. It starts off pretty jovial, but it's supposed to be dark fantasy, right? So what I'm doing with the story is, at first it's going to be a little less dark fantasy-ish, and more high fantasy, sort of like the Lord of the Rings kind of stuff. But it devolves later into something really dark, very reminiscent of Full Metal Alchemist. I think Full Metal Alchemist at the beginning, it starts off um, really fun, and then it gets into some really dark shit. Right? It was so cool, and I was really inspired by that shift in the middle of the series. What are the devices that you use? I'm just using a pen tablet, man. Do you mean brush? I never saw you use screen tone. Oh, I've always been using screen tone. At the moment, I'm just experimenting. I'm not using any screen tones right now. But I have a screen tone. This entire thing, this entire group here are all screen tones. Okay, see this? Screen tone, right? So I'll show you some of my older pages. Well, not really old, but the pages that I did for chapter 2 and chapter 1 are something like this, right? Actually, hold on, give me a sec. Let me do chapter 1. One moment. So this is a page from chapter 1, and that's all screen tones, by the way. Let's zoom in, and that's a screen tone, right? Zoom in here, all screen tones. So that's example, another one. Let's do another page. That's all screen tones. See? Screen tone. Again, more screen tones, screen tones. I'm really just experimenting at the moment. I might not even stick with this art style. It's just that I think it looks appropriate for dark fantasy. But I'm still thinking about it, right? I'm not really fully committed to this. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I still got like 4 other pages to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5, 6 pages if I include my commission page. Don't tell me okay. There you go. Yeah, I see it now. Hey, how you learn drawing? I've been drawing for a very long time, man. Probably ever since I could remember. I've been drawing since elementary, kinder. I don't know. I've just a very long time. But I've been doing this professionally since 2020. And I'll show you the very first serious art project that I did. It was for a webtoon series called Fire of the Fifth Sun. You can read about it on Tapas. And it was so bad. The story was really good. I think my art is outdated. One sec. Where are my pages? Yeah, here we go. So this is like, can you see my screen? I'm just double checking if I don't. Okay, so this is like the first ever serious manga well, not manga, webtoon series that I made, right? Yeah. I know. Pretty bad. This was 5, 6 years ago? I think 6 years ago. I don't remember. Maybe less than that. Man, I really don't like that pink on the shadow. I think it's too pink. Buddy, right there, he's gonna pissed off. Anyways, this is my first ever serious project, and this project guarded me enough uh enough work to be able to get another project like this, and it just snowballed after that. Like the specific manga style. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Well, the thing is that if you learn how to draw, okay, here's my advice for you if you're drawing. Okay, the fastest way to draw any art style, is if you learn realism. So try to study realism first, like real anatomy, real faces. Draw those first, and you'll be able to draw any art style. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. Just draw realism first, and you'll be able to draw anime, cartoons, comic books, things like that. So it's not really about learning an art style. It's more about learning to draw in general. And then you'll be able to jump from one art style to maybe some art style are harder than the others to adapt. But in general, if you want to be able to adapt really quickly, you need to be able to learn realism, okay? Because you need to learn the rules first, and then you need to learn how to break the rules. Are you drawing manga since elementary? Yeah, I'm not anime, really, not manga. I've just been drawing in general since like elementary, probably earlier than that too. Can you guys give me a sec? I'll be right back in like 2 minutes, okay? Ah. Just had to scare my son a little bit. um. Yeah, I've just been drawing for a very long time. That's really just it, right? Yeah. Sorry, I was playing with my son in the room. He's a funny kid. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna end the stream for now. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'll if you guys want to submit your script and have me review it, do so on my Discord server. The link is on the chat, on the pinned chat, and I'll see you there. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the chat. I'm gonna play with my son now. He's asking me to play with him in the room. See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye.